Hey, so this video is going to be how you can log into Newsela. It's another one of my favorite reading websites, specifically because it's almost like the news for kids. It has current events and it talks about things that are really happening in real time right now. So again, I'm going to be using Cam as my example. I'm going to share my screen so you can see. All right, so again, this is in Google Classroom, and it's the latest post I've posted. It says Anne Marie Lucas posted new material. Kids are finding ways to have fun. And I'm sorry that that looks a little bit vague, like there's not a lot of details as to what that is. So I encourage your child, click it. And it says, read the article about how kids are finding ways to cope with coronavirus around the country. Now, I will be honest with you, parents. Part of me is like, shh, let's not talk about the virus because I don't want to upset anybody. I think that that's one approach. But another approach, and this is the approach my mom probably would have used, is to talk about it in a as positive light as possible. Now, I feel like this article kind of allows us to do that. So I'm going to click the article. Going to give it time to load. Okay, and it's going to prompt you to sign in. That's kind of what I was concerned about. So I'm going to talk you through that. When you go to sign in, you can continue to use your child's Google account for lots of different websites and platforms. So I'm going to click that. And I think it's going to automatically log into mine. Oh, no, it's actually logging into his. If you can look at the top here, it says KA. That stands for, Camden's name. But when you use your child's login, that is what will pop up. And if it isn't automatic, oh, yeah, there it is. It shows it. If it isn't automatic, you're just going to do the same thing you did to get into Google Classroom. You're going to type that email and WCPS and your child's secret login code. So I'm going to go back to the article. Okay, so neighbors create bear hunts for kids amid coronavirus. The first time I saw this, I thought it was a little creepy, not gonna lie. But at the same time, what a nice thing to look forward to. I will be honest, also, the other night I was on a walk. I was walking my dog, and my husband and I saw this gigantic Mickey Mouse in someone's window. And we were like, why? I mean, this was a big Mickey Mouse, probably like 3 feet, about the size of that bear. Now I understand why. So let's continue with the article. A bear sits on a bench outside of a home in Oak Lawn subdivision on December 23rd, 2020 in Lafayette, Louisiana. Residents of Oak Lawn subdivision and St. Streets area are putting teddy bears in their windows so parents can take kids on bear hunts and take photos of some of the teddy bears. Okay, now I'm going to be honest with you, there are times where these articles are a little bit difficult, but if you look up here, this is called a Lexile. And I should be able to change the Lexile to about 600. Go down to the lowest Lexile. This is going to make this article a little bit more kid-friendly, a little bit more appropriate for second graders. It's going to kind of reduce some of the sentence complexity, maybe change up some of the vocabulary a little bit. So it's a little bit more understandable for children. Okay, and you can see that this was published on 3/30, so very new. If you do a quick little preview through, you can see there's usually an introduction, and then it's broken up with some subheadings. There's a couple more pictures in there. Okay, so I'll just read the beginning of it because, again, I think it is a nice little story. Let's see. Jackie Russo lives in Myrtle Place. She has 3 bears in her window. Russo first noticed the idea in mid-March. People were putting bears in windows. flower beds along fence lines, she said. And then they were posting their addresses on the neighborhood Facebook page. That way, kids can know where to look. And the children are serious about it, Russo said. Many are taking paper and pens. They map out where to walk to find bears. I love it, Russo said. Children write messages with sidewalk chalk. Some parents in her neighborhood walk with their children. Together in the morning, they go to school to pick up lunch. They also hunt for teddy bears. They also hunt for teddy bears then, Russo said. In the afternoons, children can be seen making chalk drawings of teddy bears. Some write friendly phrases on sidewalks, she added. Some parents are even hanging lines in their front yard. They want to display their children's drawings of bears. Interesting. One Oaklawn resident posted on March 23rd, her daughter spotted 50 teddy bears on their walk. If you don't live in the area, you can start something similar in your neighborhood. Rainbow drawings are showing up everywhere in Sawgrass Park. It's another neighborhood in the area. Okay, so for the sake of time, I'm going to let you read the rest. But if you come down to the bottom here, there's a little quiz, which is kind of neat. It's difficult, but the point of it is to check for comprehension, meaning it's going to ask you questions about what you read and check to see if you've correctly kind of interpreted it. There's these things you might see called power words. Power words are usually like special vocabulary words that are really important. Not all the articles have those. There is also this neat little annotation tool, which means that if you find something in the text that you think is really important. So for example, I thought it was pretty cool that the girl found 50 teddy bears. There it is. So I can double click and you'll see this annotation pop up, and I'm able to just highlight a key point and even put a little comment. That is a lot of teddy bears. And I actually, as a teacher, I can see those little annotations and see and know the comments that your child maybe noticed and made. I will not ever judge your child's spelling. That's not why I'm here. I am here to encourage reading. I'm here to encourage writing. I'm here to encourage risk-taking. I'm here to encourage asking questions. And the only way we're going to learn how to spell words is if we do our best and learn from our mistakes. So we'll save that. And then if you scroll down to the bottom, you will find related articles. I've actually posted this one, Why Tough Times Can Create Better Neighborhoods. I've actually posted this in Dojo for now because I think it's another great article. I have been seeing on Facebook, and I haven't personally seen this in windows, but I know some people are like hanging posters and decorating windows in their communities. And of course, if you go to the main page, the main site, there are tons of different news articles, things happening all over the world. You can narrow it down by subject, latest news. They have a little something for everybody in here, which is another reason why I think it is a really great tool. This one's actually kind of piquing my interest now. Minecraft offers free educational content. I know some of you guys are gamers. Again, you'll see at the top here, the Lexile is at 580, which is almost end of second grade, third grade level text. So it might be a little challenging, but that's okay. Oh, and here we have an example of power words. Cool. So feel free to explore this. Again, it's another free resource that we are so lucky to have access to just by using your Google login and password. So let me know if you have questions, and have fun reading.